In Arsenal's biggest game of the season, a statement was sent as our men spoilt Jurgen Klopp farewell. The win in the Emirates was a gargantuan victory. So from Mikel Arteta masterclass of midfield to the game-changing superstars, the truth behind the media agenda and the importance of Kai Havertz and Jorginho. As per, let's break it all down and discuss the 5 things we learned from Arsenal 3 Liverpool 1.
Controlled by Declan Rice.
Welcome back to Arsblog Podcast. I hope you guys are doing great and enjoying yourself as Arsenal beat Liverpool 3-1. But going into our 5 things we learn, if you are new, please you can just subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss out on any of our Arsenal updates, and also click the like button if you've been enjoying our videos. Thank you. Starting off with the forward chaos, in a game where Arsenal had to be ruthless inside the box, Arsenal star boy Bukayo Saka was under massive pressure, but that's where this guy thrives in the game as he dropped a 7.2 rating with 1 goal scored, 44 touch, which he has 18 accurate passes alongside 2 ground duels won. He now has 8 goals this season alongside 7 assists as he pulled out the trademark of Kylian Mbappe's celebration. It's no longer a coincidence that Bukayo scores this kind of goals. Not only is Bukayo a powerful dribbler, a creative metronome, now we're seeing a poaching knock, and as he was sub-off due to some knock, as Arteta confirmed at the end of the game that he should be fine. I think he got a kick, on the ankle or the back of his foot, but he should be fine. And talking about an Arsenal-wide forward and is one player that you can never forget, Gabriel Martinelli was also excellent in this game, a player that Jurgen Klopp has always praised massively. The Arsenal Brazilian star boy made sure he gave Klopp a farewell gift, dropping a 7.8 rating with 1 goal scored, 2 successful dribbles, 16 accurate passes, and 1 big chance created with 4 ground duels won. The goal itself for me was perfect, especially after Liverpool's goal in the first half. It was time for luck to come to Arsenal's side. This was Martinelli being an opportunist, holding his own against Virgil van Dijk, profiting from Alisson's mistake. Martinelli has now been involved in more goals against Liverpool with 5 goals and 2 assists than any other side in his career. Martinelli is also making a very important habit with another important goal against Liverpool. Let's not forget that he also scored the winning goal against Man City. As Mikel Arteta says after the match that I think he looks again really confident, really sharp. He was a real threat today, not only for the goal that he scored and how intuitive and cheeky and streetwise he was to do what he did, but as well Leo. Arsenal have a lot of flair in their attack, but Martinelli offers us something different, pace and electricity, and he was taken off in the 74th minute for a certain Leandro Trossard. Now, a lot of Arsenal fans couldn't believe it, likewise Martinelli, but after Trossard dropped a 7.5 rating, just over a year after signing for Arsenal, this guy's becoming a cult hero. 9 goals and 12 assists now, and there's being a rotation. The thing I love whenever Trossard scores. They're normally very important goals, but Arsenal fans will also be asking a very important question. Where was a certain Gabriel Jesus? Before the game, the shocking news came out, Arsenal confirming, unfortunately, he's had a setback in training and he wasn't fit to play. It's something related to his knee once again, but I think it's a short-term thing. It's not serious, and that's fantastic, but in terms of reliability, for the second time this season against Liverpool, Jesus has been ruled out just before the day of the game. Once again, Mikel Arteta turned to a certain German. In this game, Kai Havertz dropped a 6.2 rating with 0 goals from 1.05 xg. 2 big chances missed alongside 2 key passes, 4 ground duels won and 2 aerial duels won. Havertz is not a clinical forward, so why does Arteta keep turning to him when you've got a more natural striker in Nketiah? It all comes down to chaos. When Havertz plays up front, his movement generates chances. Think about the FA Cup game against Liverpool, the game in the Community Shield against City. For me is very much like Darwin Núñez. It's not a coincidence in this game there was a similar run. Time and time again in between the center back and the fullback. If Arsenal can find them more often, we could have a lot of fun, but focusing on the duels, he has more duels than any other Arsenal player when playing as a center forward with a very important aspect, presence, and Havertz has it in abundance. Look at the way Havertz cause Konate and Van Dijk chaos that make Konate ended up getting red card. This is where this becomes so annoying. The fact that Havertz is somehow useless up front, he's not got definition to be a top striker, but the impact cannot be denied. Arsenal have now beat Liverpool and Man City this season, both games in which Havertz played up front and played a massive part. Moving on to the second thing, Arsenal domination, not control. There were scenes at the Emirates Stadium as Arsenal scored their third goal. Every Arsenal fans was happy with the performance once again. Arsenal were controlling. Arteta had some intriguing words after the game though, saying it was an extraordinary game. I think it was an incredible performance from the players and our people. The atmosphere that we generated in the stadium is the best I've seen this season. We demanded that we had to go to a different level and connected again to the demands that this league has in every game, and they have responded in an unbelievable way, and I think the players left absolutely everything. We can be chaotic. The XG shows that it was certainly dominant, 3.76, the highest of our season, holding Liverpool to 0.41. Arsenal were not just making chances, they were also good chances, averaging 0.25 XG per shot to Liverpool 0.04. In total, Arsenal made 9 times the XG of Liverpool, with 3.76 being the highest Liverpool ever conceded under Jurgen Klopp. Even the man himself couldn't deny it, as Klopp said after the game. In general, we can admit that Arsenal deserved the 3 points. The fact that Arsenal had 15 shots and 6 big chances, it's not as impressive as holding Liverpool to 0. That is the team that has created the most XG in the league this season. Arsenal completely nullified them. It all comes down to Mikel Arteta for the high press, with Havertz and Odegaard going man-to-man. Time and time again we were going long, because when you've got Jorginho and Rice as a pivot, these guys were always going to come up, and as Arteta says after the game, at the moment Liverpool are the best team in Europe, and the levels they have, they are an incredible team. We have come so far, and now it's about doing it consistently. Liverpool have done it for 6 to 7 years. The overall stats of this wasn't a simple game, where Liverpool having more possession, more passes completed, and more final entries, but Arsenal having a far higher expected threat created. Once again, Arsenal have won in the field tilt, slightly edging Liverpool 54%. This was very much decisive Arsenal performance. There's one masterclass that I need to highlight, the captain Martin Odegaard, dropping a 7.7 rating with a 0.6 expected assist, 48 touches, 27 accurate passes, 3 key passes, and 2 big chances created. Odegaard has now created 7 big chances his last 12 Premier League games with a total of 5.63 expected assist. His creative game is certainly evolving. As Mikel Arteta says, he's been amazing. He's growing and growing as a leader. He's hugely respected, and now people are starting to admire his character and what he does for the team every day. Moving on to the third thing, the midfield pivots. Around about this time last year, Arsenal made an important signing. Deadline day 2023, Arsenal signed Jorginho. So many people doubted and so many people laughed. A year later, in Arsenal's biggest game of the season, Jorginho dropped a man of the match performance with a 7.0 rating, 71 touches and 45 accurate passes, won 4 ground duels, 3 aerial duels alongside 2 clearances, 3 interceptions, and 2 tackles. But what's most impressive is his pass selection. As you can see on the left-hand side, Jorginho made 7 total progressive passes, a signing that only cost £12 million. I don't think you could have asked for any better value, but Thomas Partey is still out injured, is the man that keeps stepping up after the game, saying we believe in ourselves and rely on each other. The Liverpool goal did not change anything that we'd done. We knew how to get back into the second half. We had to push each other to keep their energy high. Declan Rice has his perfect partner, where Rice has the physical power, Jorginho has the cultured passing. As Declan Rice says after the game, before I came to Arsenal, the prospect of playing with Jorginho and Partey, playing against them before, knowing how he controls games, I think he's got qualities that not a lot of midfielders have. Think of last season, the partnership of Xhaka and Partey, Rice and Jorginho are a very good partner. Rice with the physicality and Jorginho with the crazy passes. In Declan Rice, Arsenal have a game changer, dropping another 7.2 rating. Rice completed 45 passes, made 2 key passes and 4 accurate long balls, not to mention 2 clearances, 2 interceptions and 4 tackles. Playing as a number 8, not only is he able to provide Martinelli a pairing profile, but think about those perfectly timed clean tackles. This is why Arsenal are targeting the best of the best. Because the signing of Declan Rice has given Arsenal a superior advantage, because physically there's not many players in all of Europe that can replicate the quality of Declan Rice. As he says after the game, "We knew the importance of the game today, the small margins in football. Whether we'd won or lost, the gap would have been either bigger or smaller. The only focus today with the fans, the players and all the staff was to get the 3 points. I think from start to finish, from the training leading up to the week, it's been really positive and it transmits onto the pitch. I think he could have felt it today." Moving on to the fourth thing, the return of White. Over recent months, a certain Ben White has been under scrutiny, lacking sharpness and reportedly fitness in the past few games. It's been a different story. Benny Blanco is back, and in this game he dropped the 7.2 rate with 3 clearances, blocking 2 shots, 2 interceptions and 1 tackle. White won 5 ground duels, 3 out, 3 in the air, made 25 accurate passes and successfully completed 2 dribbles. The moment that stands out to me is in that second half. Liverpool on the counter with Luis Diaz, a pacey wide forward. Notice how Ben White was able to match him stride for stride with a vital block at the end of it. For me, it's not a coincidence. Ever since Arsenal were able to go to Dubai, where Ben White was able to get a rest, we have now seen him return to his physical best. Arteta needs to find a way to keep White fresh. He could be helped by a certain return Tomiyasu, as Japan were knocked out of the Asia Cup by defeat to Iran. Let's talk about Jakub Kiwior, though, coming off the bench at halftime and dropping a 7.2 rating, made 2 clearances, had 1 interception, and made 3 tackles alongside winning 3 out of 3 ground duels. Coming on for the experienced Zinchenko, an intense game. To go straight into this was the moment, but let's talk about that moment right at the end of the first half. A calamity for Arsenal at the back as Gabriel scored an own goal, but despite that he dropped a 7.0 rating as he made 3 tackles, won 3 ground duel alongside completing 43 passes and 5 accurate long balls. The real eye should be on William Saliba. Saliba had an overall 6.5 rating, completing only 76% of his passes. 22 years of age, Saliba is still developing, but whenever he isn't perfect, I don't want to see blame go towards Gabriel. It's fine for Saliba to take responsibility. Moving on to the fifth thing, the real story. As Arsenal beat Liverpool in Jurgen Klopp last game at the Emirates, as things stand we are still in 3rd place, as we see Man City beat Brentford 3-1 yesterday. The point has now been reduced to 2, definitely encouraging, with Arsenal are still remaining unbeaten against the Big Six in the Premier League this season. Wins against City, Liverpool and United, draws against Spurs and Chelsea. After the game, the atmosphere in the Emirates Stadium was rocking as we saw our captain Martin Odegaard takes the camera to take a picture of our massive fan Stuart McFarlane. As Liverpool legend Jamie Carragher says, "Just get down the tunnel. You've won a game. It's 3 points. You've been brilliant. You're back in the title race. Get down the tunnel." And as Gary Neville says, the celebrations at the end of the game, I don't think they were of a team that think they can win the title. I think they were of a team that didn't want to be out of the race just yet. I think the celebrations were immature. It was more relief, as our legend Ian Wright responded to them all in a video.
The negativity towards my manager, man. What has he done apart from celebrating a goal, celebrating his team, celebrating a team that is trying to beat these juggernauts, Liverpool and Man City, you know? And because he's celebrating, because Martin Odegaard, we've taken a picture with Stuart, the photographer, a lifelong gunner. This man's been supporting Arsenal since he's, 5 or something ridiculous like that. Taking a picture in front of the North Bank. What's wrong with the captain doing that? It doesn't mean, it's got nothing to do with the fact just because we've beaten Liverpool. That's just an opportunity. Why everybody trying to kill the joy? Don't kill the joy. There's so much of the season to go. As soon as Arsenal do anything, they just come under the pylon. It's like we can't have any joy. It's like England in if at a World Cup or a Euros. As soon as England start doing where everybody's jumping on them, it's like we're Arsenal, like it's the same thing what happened with Arsenal. Don't let them spoil the joy. Keep doing what you're doing. Whatever's going to be will be. Do not kill the joy. My manager, celebrate with passion like you do. Because that's what it's about, man. People are expecting us to bottle it and lose these games, and we're going through it. We're getting ourselves through injuries and everything. And the hatred is just so intense. Just leave us alone, man. You lot can take the piss if it doesn't happen like you normally do. Leave us alone in the joy. Enjoy it, Arsenal fans. Enjoy our moments, because that's all this game is, moments. And we had one tonight. We beat the great Liverpool, who are top of the league. Up the Gunners.
As he said, Arsenal fans, let's enjoy our moment. Don't let anyone kill the joy in us. We have come to the end of our video. Hope you guys enjoy this video and Arsenal win against Liverpool. If you want to follow me in my other account, the link is in the description. And if you really enjoy this video, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are new, and also turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss our next updates. Also click the like button. See you in the next video. Thank you.